budgeting friends, it's Dano from the Budget Newbie, and today I am doing my first paycheck of August budget. It feels like so long since I've done one of these videos, but it's been 2 weeks. Okay, we're going to start with emptying out my wallet, so we're going to do my coins first because I did like doing that first last time. So get Angus out, who is getting very full. So I think what I'm going to do is after the next paycheck, so the second paycheck in August, I'm going to empty him out, exchange it over for $5 notes, and add all those $5 notes to the $5 challenge that I'm doing. So got all my coins here. Just grab them. Okay, so let's count all these up. We've got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. $6 in golds. 7. 8, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So $8.90. And I'm dropping them everywhere, like always. How is everyone going? Oops. Getting stuck. So, as some of you might know, I live in Melbourne, Australia, and unfortunately, we're in another lockdown. This is number 6. So, fair to say, it's getting very exhausting, being in lockdowns all the time. Great in some respects on my wallet, in some respects not so great, but I'm definitely not driving or eating out or anything like that, so I'm saving a lot of money there. However, online shopping is an issue. A really bad issue. So yeah, if anyone else here is from Melbourne, we can do this, we can get through it, and I hope you're doing okay. Reach out if you're not. I know Sydney, parts of Sydney are semi-lockdown, so if you're there as well, thinking of you. And I think parts of Queensland are also locked down, I think, unless they've all come out. But I still think there might be some areas in Queensland. And ACT, they're in lockdown too. So basically the eastern coast of Australia is in a lockdown of some description, or has definitely got restrictions. So it's tough at the moment. Not gonna lie, it really sucks. So yeah, anyway, let's just budget through it. Alright, so next up I got my $5 challenge. So as I said, didn't really go anywhere, so I couldn't really get any 5, so I've just got $15 to add that to my tin. I got a comment asking where I got this tin from, so I got it off Amazon, and I'll put a link down below for it. I really like it. I'm a massive Harry Potter fan, so that's my $5 challenge tin. Okay, that's everything. See, I feel like really out of sorts. I don't know what's going on. But I guess we'll get into the budget now. So let's bring this book down. So for my income, I have my usual salary, which I got $2,156. Then I have my studio income. So this is made up of a few things over the last fortnight. I had quite a few sales. I had some privates and a few weeks owing to me of pay. So it actually turned out to be quite a decent amount that I got this paycheck. So $2,415, which is awesome because the next one's not going to be so great with the studio being closed again. We're in week 2, I think. They all sort of blur into one. I think we're in week 2 now. And we're not opening. So today's Saturday. So we locked down not Thursday, just gone the Thursday before that. And we definitely won't be open until at least Friday coming. But I don't know. Everything in my gut says that we're going to be locked down for longer since our numbers were decent today. Okay, next up, I have a sinking fund that I'm using. So I'm using my car registration sinking fund because my car registration is due. So this is very exciting. Last year, this went on to my credit card and I ended up having to pay for it for quite a while. But no, not anymore. I have a sinking fund and it's fully paid for. And I managed to actually do it in 2 months. Like, that's what I find amazing. Like, I've put my mind to it and I saved that amount of money in 2 months. So that's $850 in 2 months. So going forward, and you will see it later today because I will include it in my sinking funds, I'm going to start my 2022 sinking fund for my car registration. And the amount that I have to put away is small, which is awesome. But it's definitely showing me that this is the right method for me. And your bills don't have to be so daunting, especially those annual ones, if you just put a little bit aside each paycheck. Anyway, next up is rollover. So this is anything that I have left over in my cash envelopes for the past fortnight, which is going to be quite a lot because, again, didn't spend anything. So, yeah. Okay. From food. 50, 100, 20, 40, 60. So $160 left in food. Clearly did not spend much. Oh, okay. So also, I will preface this by the fact that I went to Costco, but because I had a Costco sinking fund, most of the money that I spent at Costco came out of that sinking fund. So that saved me. I think I started with a higher amount than normal. Anyway, what's this? Petrol. I didn't travel anywhere, so I've got a whole $100 left over. Fun. I have the full $100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And sorry if I sound really nasally, I'm still getting over a cold. And no, it's not COVID, it's just a cold. Okay, so miscellaneous, I still have 50. 20, 40, 50. So let's count all this up. So 50, 100, 150, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 410. Awesome. Okay, so that is it for my income. Now, let's add this all up. 2156 plus 2415 plus 850 plus 410 equals. So that gives me a balance of $5,831 to play with. That is epic. Okay. I am just going to, I can move these out of the way because they're now done. And let's have a look at our monthly calendar to see what we need to pay. And I just want to make sure that you guys are in frame. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to use this color today. Alright, so in this paycheck, I've included the money that I got here on the 2nd. I've actually started breaking down like every time I get paid and any form of income that comes into my account and putting it on here, just so I have a really good track of it on a monthly view, not just in my trackers. I just want to see if there's like patterns or anything like that. So I've started like writing it all down. Okay, and this lot here. Okay, so that's what we're using to fund all of this. So what we are paying car rego, my credit card, my mortgage number one, my coach, my phone bill, my coach again, and iCloud. Oh, yeah, okay. So, if you've been with me for a while, you would know that a couple of months ago, I saved up for going halves to get solar panels on this house. And that got all installed. But since then, we have not received a power bill. So I don't know what's going on with it. We've called them and been like, where is it? And they're like, oh, it generally takes a month to come through. It's now been 2 months. So I'm semi-worried about what that bill is going to be, but also hoping that because of the solar, it won't be as bad as what it could have been. We have actually had quite a few sunny days. Like today is really sunny. So I'm hoping that sort of helps out a bit. But I am going to put money down in my bills for the power bill. However, what I was thinking is I'm going to put it as cash into my house fund, my house sinking fund, so that when the bill comes, I've started to put aside money for it. So it's not such a big thing. And hopefully that helps out a bit. So yeah, that's my plan. So let's write out all these bills again. So I have my car rego. And that was $846. My mortgage number one is $650. My city credit card is $450. My coach is $100 for that first week. Then I've got my Telstra bill, which is my phone bill, is $157. Then my coach for the second week is $100. iCloud is $2. Oh, that's the other thing. Okay. So I'm going to do more in-depth videos on like how to do your budget, I guess. But one thing I wanted to say is I have an event coming up at the end of August, and I really should actually have it written in here, because there is expenses involved. So hopefully we're out of lockdown on the 27th to the 29th. You can't even see where I'm pointing. We have our big annual competition for all of our studios, like the finals. And with that, it's kind of expected that we dress up. So the owners / managers are expected to sort of wear formal wear, essentially. Like, you know, it's a big ball, essentially. So with that, I need to buy a couple of dresses. And I have found them, and I'm going to cash flow them in this paycheck to buy them. So what I mean by that is rather than taking it out of my clothing sinking fund, which doesn't have enough in it anyway, I'm going to add it as a bill so that it comes up here, just so that they're paid for and I've accounted money to it. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't and I'll explain it better. Sorry, I still feel really stuffy, like, but I'm treating it as a bill because it is something that I have to pay. It came to $330, which is pretty good for 3 dresses. So, yeah. And then my power bill. Sinking fund. I'm going to add in $100. I don't know what the bill is going to be, but at least $100 is helpful. Okay, so let's add up all of these and find out how we're doing. So 846 plus 860 plus 450 plus 100 plus 157 plus 100 plus 2 plus 330 plus 100 equals. So that gives me a total of 2,735. The other reason why I decided to do this, just as a bill, is because I got paid quite a bit extra. So like that's above my normal. So I feel comfortable cash flowing it. Okay, so 5831 take away 2735 equals $3,096 left over. Okay, now on to my cash envelopes. So these are my standard food, petrol, fun, and miscellaneous envelopes. Now, last paycheck, I increased these because I knew that I had events coming up that I would need to like pay extra for. And I've kind of got the same again. So if we do come out of lockdown and we can have our finals, that means I'm going to have like extra dinners and lunches where I'll be with all the other owners and everything. So I want to make sure that I've got enough in my budget to cover that. There is no point, in my opinion, there is no point making a budget that is set for failure. If you know that you have things coming up that are going to cost you more, increase your allowances for that particular paycheck to cover it. And it might mean that you have to sacrifice from a sinking fund or some savings or some debt, but at least you're not going into further debt to pay for the things that you already knew about. And if you don't spend that money, that's awesome. Then you can put that towards whatever you want. Or you can do what I do and just do a rollover so I use it in the next paycheck. I've seen quite a few people, all of their cash envelopes, what they have left over, that specifically goes into like separate sinking funds, or it stays in that envelope and just keeps rolling over. Some of those things I'm looking at doing when I am debt free, like when I have gotten rid of my credit card. I'm going to have a look around at some of those, but for now, especially with the going in and out of lockdowns and my studio pay not being as consistent as I would like at the moment, I just want to keep it rolling over. But do what works for you. The biggest thing I found through this whole journey is take little, bits of advice from everyone. Take what works from one person, what works from another person, and blend that together to be what works for you. No one's life is the same, so no one's budget is the same. That's my biggest tip. Okay, so on that, I am going to increase my food to $300. So that's an extra $100 because, as I said, I got 3 nights of being at the finals. So that's probably like lunches and if we go for breakfast or coffee as well. And that is meant to be my next paycheck budget day, but I will probably have to do that late because of finals and just being busy. So I need to make sure that my paychecks get me until probably the Monday after, when I normally have it done by. So petrol, I'm leaving at $150. It's working okay for me at the moment. Fun, I'm going to increase this to $100 for every reason I've just said. And miscellaneous, I'm going to keep it $50. So I know I could work that out mentally, but every time I do mental maths, it never works out. Even though I am actually good at maths. It's really sad and frustrating. Okay, that gives us a total of $600. So we had 3,096 left over. Taking away our 600 equals 2,496. Okay. Yeah, you can kind of see that. Now, like always, I do this sheet more going down and then do a U to come up, because savings and debt to me are they're not more important than sinking funds, but I want to make sure that I'm doing as much as I can in these category. I don't know, just for me, this works out. Okay, so I've got my emergency fund that I always put $50 to, if I remember how to spell emergency. Oh, okay. And then my buffer, I'm going to add another $300 here. My new aim is to get that buffer to $1,000. So let's see how we're going. Okay, so that total, I hate writing on the coils. Well, not coils, the discs. So that's $350. So we're going to take away $350. And we're left with $2,146. So next up is my debt. And this is more like my debt snowball. I have been putting $550 in there to make it an even $1,000 with this amount that I pay. But because I have so much left over, and I don't want to, like, as much as it would be cool to do a sinking fund cash stuffing with like $1,500 while I've got debt, it's probably not the smartest idea to do that. So I think I'm going to halve it and do $1,050. So that brings me up to $1,500 going to my credit card in this paycheck, which is awesome. Like, that is so awesome. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do that. So take away 1050 equals. So that means I've got $1,096 left for sinking funds, which is epic. So I won't use the 6. I'll take that down to 5. But let's work this out. So I do all my sinking funds on this side because there's more room. Okay. I'm going to write all these out and then I'll come back to you. I think that's probably the best method because this will take a while. Okay, so we're back. All right. So now that my car registration for this year has been paid off, my next highest priority is my car insurance, which is due in November. So for that, like, we got a decent amount of money. So I'm going to put $200. I want this paid. Take away. Now, I worked out for my car registration for 2020, it is going to be $35 per paycheck. So even though that is technically starting next paycheck, I may as well get ahead. So, yeah. All right. Subscriptions for 2022. I mentioned this previously. I want to get all my subscriptions for 2022 paid before the start of 2022, if that makes sense. So rather than it being a rolling sinking fund, I just want it designated, this is all my subscriptions for 2022, and then they're done. So I'm going to add in $50 because it's a little bit behind. So I just want to help it catch up. Okay, now car maintenance. I don't have anything in this. when I originally had a car fund, I moved everything over into my car rego because that was more important. So I really want to get a car maintenance fund happening. So I'm going to put $100 in there to help it get kick-started. Oh, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. 700. Okay. I'm also going to put $100 to my laptop fund. My laptop is dying. Like, as soon as the new models come out, I'm going to get one. I can't wait anymore, really. But I just don't see the point of buying one now in August when the new models are coming out in November, I'm pretty sure. So I'm dealing with it until then, but oh my god, it is driving me insane. So I want to make sure that I've got the fund ready to go by November, which I probably won't, but gotta try. Okay. Did I take that $100 out? Bugger. I do this every time. 109, well, we'll do 1095. Take away 200, take away 35, take away 50, take away 100, take away 100. Okay, I had. Alright, travel. So with those 3 nights, I decided that I'm going to stay over at the hotel because I don't want to drive back and forth. I mean, I could save the money and not do it, but I would rather just stay there, be able to hang with everyone, not have to worry about driving home late at night and getting there early in the morning. So I'm going to put $150 towards my travel fund to pay for that accommodation. Okay, nephew. I have quite a bit of money left over. Let's just put 50. He's due November, so I sort of want to be buying gifts around October-ish. So I want to get that fund paid. Birthdays. It's my mother's birthday in 2 weeks, so yeah, she wants an Audible subscription because I got it for her last year and they're not cheap. So I'll probably end up doing the same, but I'm going to put $50 in to help cover that. Okay. Moving this is getting more and more important. I'm aiming like the start of next year to be moving out. So I'm going to put $100 in here. And then house, I'm going to put 50. This is on top of the $100 that I'm putting in as my power bill. Okay, $210 left over. Medical, let's just put 40. Pole, I'm going to put 30. Black Friday can get 20. I depleted my Costco fund, so I'm going to put $50 into that. $70. I mean, I only want to put $10 into this new sinking fund. So I've got a YouTube sinking fund because when I checked before, I am at 226 subscribers, which is unbelievable. I didn't even think I would get 1 subscriber, so the fact that I've got 226 is amazing. So I want to do a 250 subscriber giveaway. So I'm starting the sinking fund for it. I'm not sure what is going to be in the giveaway. When I did the 100 subscriber giveaway, I did a gift voucher for Amazon, which worked really well because I'm in Australia. It's really hard to like get a physical thing to someone. So I'm just thinking of a few ideas of what I can do. I'll probably end up doing a gift card, but I might do a few other things like that are digital. But stay tuned for that when it happens. And then because I've taken out the $10 from there, everything else gets $20. Oh, and my other new sinking fund is I did decide to do a supplement sinking fund. I take quite a few supplements, and I've been putting them in my health and beauty category. And now that I separated that to medical and beauty, supplements don't really fit in there. And I spend a lot on supplements, not gonna lie. Like, oh, it's sad. So I want to make sure that when I'm buying them, I have like a max of what I can buy. Especially when there's sales, I generally stock up. So like Black Friday, I'll probably stock up because that tends to have a lot of sales. But we had quite a few at the end of June, so the financial year for us in Australia. So I stocked up quite a lot then, but I didn't realize how much I was actually spending. So I need to make sure I've got a sinking fund to sort of control that a little. And it'll just help out towards my Black Friday sinking fund. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use my Black Friday sinking fund for. It might just be as a top up for other sinking funds that I spend over that amount in. I don't know yet. I just know that I'd rather have the money there and not spend it than put things on a credit card and not be able to pay it off. Yeah, so that is it for my budget. Let's just zoom you out. Sorry about the shaking. So all in all, I think that's looking pretty good. I'm going to head off to the bank and get all the cash out that I need. And I will see you all next time. Please I cannot speak. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me, and hit the notifications so that you're notified every time I upload. I've kind of been uploading Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm trying to do at least every Tuesday, and then in the budgeting week, I definitely upload on the Thursday. I am trying to get that out to be a consistent Tuesday and Thursday, so I'm looking at doing like a budgeting for beginners series and things like that. So if you've got anything like that, any questions, please leave them below because I'll include them in the videos. And yeah, for those of you that have been asking, this is the Budget Mum workbook, the Budget by Paycheck workbook. I printed it out for those of you in Australia, I printed it at 85% for the size, and then I cut it down to fit the Happy Planner classic size. I can do a demonstration on that if you like. It took me a little while to work out the measurements, but I got there. So yeah, that is it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.